Hey, good evening. I am just cooking up dinner and I thought I would show you what I'm doing. Apron's kind of wonky here. So I'm just going to get my bacon out of here. So what I've done first is sauteed up some bacon, and I will go over what I'm making here in a second, but I want to make sure I get my bacon out of the pan. So first of all, if you're watching this on YouTube, I do these live on my Instagram. So if you want to join me for them live, you can follow me on Instagram, Her Hearts at Home, and I will share the link in the description for my handle. So you can join me on there. But I'm just making a bacon ranch pasta for dinner tonight. It's dance night, and so my daughter has to eat a little earlier, and so I try to find things that can sit and still taste good for when my husband gets home. So the first thing I did was just cook up some bacon. I just sauteed up like 8 strips of bacon in my pan, and to that I'm just going to add in a little bit of butter. And I just left the bacon grease in there. It's not a ton. Roll it. It's not a ton because it's pre-cooked bacon. And, sorry, my dog. And then just a little bit of oil in there as well. So butter and oil. And hold on one second. Sorry. Hey, no barking. No barking. Okay, sorry. This is always a hard time because people are coming home and our alarm system hears people, or like it rings, it tells us that there's people. Anyways, okay. So I've just got my butter and oil going, and I have a couple cloves of garlic, and I am just going to add those in there and just saute them up for a minute to get them fragrant. Roll it. Lay down. Lay down. Okay. So just sauteing those up till they're fragrant. And I'm using a lot of items from my Azure standard order. So these are getting fragrant. I can smell them. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is add in, this is 2 cups of homemade chicken broth. You could use store-bought, or you could use Better Than Bouillon, whatever you want to use, but some broth. And then I'm also going to add in some whole milk. And I can share the link to the recipe with anyone who would like to see the full recipe. It's not mine, so I'll share you the link so you can go right to the website so they can get the credit since it's not my recipe. I am altering a little because that's what I always do, but because I'm using an original recipe from someone else, I'll share that. So if you want it, you can tell me. Anyways, so I've got my broth in here, I've got my garlic in here, my milk in here, and then this is not in the original recipe, but I'm going to go ahead and add it in. I'm going to add in like a half a bag of frozen peas. And I'm doing that just to get some extra veggie in there. And then alongside this, we are going to have, I have leftover fruit from Easter, so we're going to have that with it. All right, and then I've got this. We've never tried this pasta before. This is new to us. I got it in my Azure order. It's Bio Nature Durum Semolina 100% organic fusilli. So I'm going to use half of this box. And I guess probably before I do that, I'll add in the ranch seasoning just because that will probably be easier to mix. But this is something I also get from Azure. I got this stuff to make my own ranch dressing mix, but I have not found a recipe that I like that tastes like a packet. So I'm still working on that. So in the meantime, these are great. They're organic. Of course, they still have, some icky things in them, so they're not perfect, but maybe better than some of the other ones. But I'm going to go ahead and put some ranch seasoning dressing mixed in here. And if you're on Instagram and you see this, I always share the final picture when we're eating dinner or after we're done eating dinner. So if you want to see what the completed thing looks like, because obviously you're not going to see that in here because the noodles are going to take some time to cook. But if you want to see that, come back to my page in a little while and you'll see it on there. On YouTube, I always add it on to the end of the video. So All right, now I will go ahead and add in my pasta, and I'm just doing like half of the box. I'm not measuring it, I'm just doing approximately half the box. All right, just gonna mix this together, and then I am going to cover it, and I'm going to bring it to a boil and let that pasta cook up. It won't take very long because they're not very thick noodles. So I'm gonna grab my lid. I forgot to get that out. Just a second here, if I can get to it. I can't. I'll have to get to it after. I'll show you what else I'm doing. Okay, so then towards the end of cooking, oh, some pepper. I'm telling you guys, I am not with it today very well. Okay, some black pepper needs to go in there too. So right before I serve it, I'll mix in some Parmesan cheese and some sour cream, and then the bacon will go back in it. So that's it, a super, super easy dinner. Didn't take very long at all. It probably won't take very long to cook once I've got it covered and boiling. Like I said, those noodles are pretty small, so that will be that with fruit. So I will get that going, and I will share a picture later. If you like these kind of videos, you can follow me on Instagram. You can join me on YouTube. I try to go live as often as I can for cooking, and so if this is your jam, come back and join me for more of them. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and blessings to you. Love this. Definitely going to try. Oh, I'm so glad. I wish I could say it's my recipe. It's not. Like I said, I kind of change things up in all my recipes because that's kind of how I cook. But I love that I can find recipes and share them with you guys too, because it is sometimes hard to come up with things to make for dinner. So I'm glad that you are enjoying it. So, all right. Thanks, guys. Have a good night. Blessings to you.